At last month's BRICS summit in South Africa, when leaders of China, Brazil, Russia, India, as well as South Africa gathered, there was a significant event at that meeting in Durban that didn't quite make any headlines. Well, on stage, two musicians from two communities in South Africa who've often viewed each other with suspicion. Now, Zawadi Yamungu and Kerolin Govender, through their music, are trying to forge new friendships and remove old barriers. I spoke to both of them earlier today, and I began by asking them to recount how that 2021 incident that sparked racial tensions in South Africa set them off on this journey.
We have experienced the looting and the riots that had happened a few months back, and we said with Kerolin, we sat down with Kerolin and what can we do that can bring our people together again? And then we said the music can bring us together.
How do you describe your music style vis-a-vis her music style?
Yes.
And how have you been able to merge the two?
We have the Indian classical genre, which I'm trained in classical Carnatic music from the South. And Zawadi sings indigenous African music. Now, how do we bring these two unique cultures from two different parts of the world that coexist in this country together? And this is what the whole lesson for us is: how do we learn from each other? So we learn so much from each other. We express the differences and similarities between the art forms, and we create not something new, but something that we've always known existed. A lot of conflict throughout the world, and especially in the situation that we experienced in the past recently, is that it stems from ignorance. It's when people do not know something, they feel fear and intimidation. What art does is it enlightens people and it helps people learn about societies and communities.
Zawadi, you can also add to that, even as you tell us a bit about your experience at the just concluded BRICS summit, where I believe you performed together. How was that?
As artists, we are the gatekeepers of the truth. And music is the center of everything. With everything that we encounter in the world or with other cultures, we are able to tell messages that we want for the world to hear in a musical form. For us, performing at BRICS, we were able to show the social cohesion in our music. We were able to present ourselves to the world and for them to see that both cultures can come together and understand each other and work together peacefully, preaching the word of love, peace, and harmony. The BRICS was amazing.
They say that behavior change takes time. How sure are you that your music is having an impact? Are you getting real-time feedback that this collaboration between you and Zawadi is yielding fruit? And where do you see this journey that both of you have embarked on eventually leading to?
I believe that the music has brought people together. It's made people think again. It's made them understand that both communities have a great power of influencing progressive change in the country, but not only the country, but the world at large. I mean, we've been getting a very good response from social media, from our concerts. People are, I think, in shock first because they haven't heard that type of music. And I think it's a good opportunity for us to create more interesting work and hopefully inspire others to do the same.